Liverpool.
Yeah, man, it's the Hangers. It's the Hangers. It's boy here, Double H. Half to the hope, half to that hope, man. So the topic for this week's Hanger, we're going to be talking about Bayern Munich's baptism. We're going to be talking about Man City. We're going to talk about Lionel Messi, the club Messi, not the international Messi. We're also going to be looking ahead to the Champions League quarterfinals. So it's a nice little menu for us to divulge and get stuck into. So let's just get straight into it right now. So I was preparing myself, Bayern Munich against Dortmund, their Klassiker, first versus third. Dortmund were on a pretty good run, so I was like, you know what, yeah, man, this is going to be really cool. I ordered some food. I did a nice little meal. I sat down. I was, yeah, man, I was all hyped for it, and the game was over after 23 minutes. So I just need to understand from people, and I'm putting this out there: is club football finished as a competitive medium? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so I heard A1 first, so A1 explain why.
Well, it depends what league, innit? But I wouldn't say it's finished, but say other countries like Germany and I wouldn't say Italy, even despite Juventus winning the title, like I don't know how many years in a row, I don't think that's finished. But Germany, France, you could say that, yeah. But
so A1 so that Napoli still have a chance of winning the Serie A.
No, cool. No. Wait. Of course, it's like it's been more competitive this year.
Who cares about competitive? How many times have Juventus won the Serie A in a row? 12, 15, 20?
I think 7.
Gone for 7.
I wouldn't say it's finished, man.
7 is the new 25. So, basically, because my things are that's what I saw. What I saw Bayern to Dortmund was frightening. It was frightening because you have to realize this is first versus third. Mathematically, it was first versus third. But what I saw on that pitch was a Bundesliga team against a Sunday League team. That was a Sunday League team, and it is the gap in quality between Bayern and the rest is shocking. The gap in quality between Juve and the rest is shocking. The gap in quality between Barcelona and Real Madrid and the rest is shocking because people say, "Oh, Atletico." I watched Barcelona against Atletico when they last played. That was one-sided. I don't think Costa actually touched the ball inside the area once. So people saying to me, "Oh my gosh, Atletico they have a chance." No, I'm sorry, Atletico do not have a flipping chance in hell.
I mean, hold on, low key, because I remember Costa actually touched it in the box, like he did, but it was offside. I think it was an offside goal.
There we go. It was offside. There you go. Okay.
But like, I actually don't think it's dead like club football, because I say it's like with most of the clubs that are at the top right now, most of their players are aging as well. Like you have like Bayern, have like Robin and Ridley, they're about to go. So like sometimes it just depends because they could fuck up in the transfer market as well, and that could really mess up the dynamic that they have going on. So that's what I think. Because like Barca as well, Barca's doing well now, but as soon as Messi goes,
they're screwed for sure, 100%.
Exactly. So I mean,
but at the end of the day, we have to just deal with what we have on the table, and the fact of the matter is that, look, man, in the next few weeks, City will be confirmed as champions. Bayern Munich will be confirmed as champions. Barcelona will be like maybe 2 or 3 wins away from being confirmed as champions. PSG will be maybe 1 or 2 wins away. So we're just getting into April, and in the next few weeks, we will already have confirmed champions already. That's crazy. I mean, doesn't anybody view that as slightly screwed up?
Yeah, but I mean, this is the trajectory we've been going towards for the last couple of years. And we don't actually get this in. I hate to say it, but in the NBA, they have a cap for. I mean, the lower league teams get to buy, given the best players, the younger players. So in football, it doesn't really exist. If you have the money, you have the money, and you're gonna win. I hate to say it, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, no, but basically for me, and I think that as well. I mean, I don't want to get into the Champions League first, but I feel that Bayern Munich shouldn't even use this as preparation for Sevilla. Yes, Sevilla are like whatever, but I think like Dortmund were so bad. They were so trash. And do you know what? And do you know what the worst thing is? This is the worst thing. The worst thing is Dortmund had Hummels. They had a young Mario Götze. They had a young Kagawa. They had a Lewandowski. They had a Makarus who was actually fit. They had at the Ilkay Gugunohan. Imagine if they kept hold of those players, you would have a very exciting Bundesliga season.
For real.
Yeah.
Blame it on
But if you
Bayern
think-
Munich. Penny pinch it. They're always stealing other German talent.
Yeah, but can you blame them? It makes sense from a business perspective.
No, basically, no. Like this is what I said to myself. Bayern Munich are not the ones to blame.
Exactly.
Are they breaking?
and
They're
the way is,
breaking
well,
all?
yeah. And the way is, yeah, you to remember like some of these teams. This is why some of these teams when you look at their transfer dealings, they like buying young players, young inexperienced players. Like for example, Dortmund, they've been doing that recently as well. And you compare it to a team like Bayern, who will maybe buy the young inexperienced players, but at the same time they'll buy players. You get what I'm saying? And that will help them out compared to like you got these other teams who they're supposed to be they're challengers. Instead of them buying experienced players, they're buying young players. Oh, he's young, he's talented, he's got potential. But right now, at times you won't need potential. Sometimes you might need the ready-made player who's ready to do the job, if you get what I'm saying.
Right. Absolute fact.
Huh?
Yeah, what you're saying is true. Like,
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, sometimes
Because and you don't just get that in the like German league, even like for example the Dutch league, like right, even though like it's irrelevant right now, but most of their players are all young, and that's why it's not competitive, and that's why when they go like Champions League, they always get like washed and whatnot because they're players, they're not experienced, they're young players who are inexperienced. Yes, they're talented and got potential, but they're not ready made.
But how do you solve this problem though? It seems like a problem that's bigger than the sport right now.
Oh no! Basically, Rahinsky, you touched upon it, and the fact is that it will never happen. But what needs to happen is that they need to mimic American sports, because when you look at American sports where there's a salary cap, that is where you now create parity, and that's for me. You can insult American sports for how they do media and advertising and breaks and so forth and the rules. But one thing that American sports does far better than sports in Europe and so forth is the salary cap. Because that's really breeds competition and makes people competitive. Obviously, you've not seen like them go away from it in the NBA with what is in the Warriors, but generally the whole scheme of like, wow, man, you have a draft where the best young player goes to the team that does the worst. You cannot spend ridiculous amounts on certain players. So therefore, Guardiola, you can't build that Man City team. Florentino Perez, you can't build that Real Madrid team. So therefore, that means quality players can seep into Atletico, Sevilla, can seep into Liverpool, Tottenham, and so forth, can seep into Leverkusen, Hoffenheim, and so forth. And therefore, you have games that are a lot closer and a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
because that's what we need. But then that's PSG, Real Madrid. These guys, they are beyond football clubs. They are brands. Right. They are brands, and people are making too much money for things to change right now. Like Bayern Munich, PSG, Real Madrid, they are brands because we have superstars all within this club, and we are selling so much via merchandising. We're selling so much via the whole concept of the superstars we have in a club. No way in hell are we going to change that? No way in hell that's not going to happen, because we need that branding, because that branding helps us to keep us in the black and in the green. So it is what it is. But look, I was warning people about this, and it's only going to get worse. And 100%, we're going to reach a point where there is going to be a Super League. It's going to happen.
Yes.
Like they're going to say, you know what, guys, this is getting stupid. Right? We're going to have a team winning a league 8 times. You know what? We're going to just say, fair enough, the best teams, we're going to band together and create a Super League, and we're going to play each other for the season. That's what's going to happen.
You think so?
Oh no, that's going to happen. It's bound. Like they've been talking about it, and I think, trust me, it's going to get to the point where guys say, wait a minute. So a team has won a league title 10 times in a row. So, and they'll be like, wait a minute, this doesn't work. And
but
fans will say, wait a minute, this isn't working. And a lot of fans will start protesting, wait a minute, we can't have one team winning it like 10 times in a row. But we
the
can't
thing is,
winning
would a
so like in flipping match or like early April. That's ridiculous.
right? But would a Super League even solve this problem? That's the thing. It would probably make it worse if you think about it.
Nah.
It's no. For me, I don't want a Super League. That will not solve the problem. What I said
It won't work anyway, man, because you have teams traveling non-stop, whatnot. It's like I just don't think it'll work, man. To be honest, but
I think the Super League thing as well. Like the thing is, like I think only 3 teams will be able to do that thing where they win it like 3-4 times, like in a row, or like 5. Like the Bayern, PSG, and who else? Yeah, Bayern and PSG and Juve might be the only teams that could do like win non-stop. With like the La Liga, that's not happening. Barca's not going to win it 5 times in a row because Real Madrid is there and Atletico. In the Premier League, Man City is not winning it like 5 times. Like at least these 2 leagues, you can safely say like, if like someone else could win it, kind of thing.
Maybe it's just not the money thing. Maybe money is not the issue. Maybe it's the clubs that are supposed to be in competition. The lack of folks selling their best players to the main opposition. Maybe that's the issue. Because when you look at, say, Tottenham or Arsenal or Liverpool, when they were at their depression state, they used to sell their best players, but now they're not selling them anymore. You see them competition is growing.
But it's not as unlevel as everybody makes it out to be, because the big clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona and etc., they all get charged way more for players than any other club. So
but at the same time, they've got no money. They've got no money to pay for it, so they will pay for it.
Oh, but they pay, they pay like 200 million for Dembele or whatever, whereas any other club would pay, like maybe 40.
Who's that in the background?
Oh, actually, no, I'll meet you. Yeah, carry on.
No, I'm just saying that it levels out in the end, because of this disparity.
Actually, I would honestly just say it's because clubs don't have we have different priorities. Dortmund's priority is not winning the league. Let's be honest. If you're trying to win the league, you won't sell your best players to your opposition. So I think we're trying to give them a priority that is not their own. They're not trying to win competitions. They're trying to be successful business model. So that's the difference, I think. If they decided to, I'm sure they could. If Dortmund wanted to start trying to challenge for Bundesliga by buying players and the usual stuff, then they would. But I don't think that they are interested in that. So
that's true, because you think about it. Look, Dortmund in their mind will be like, ah, cool. You want to get our best player? Cool. We'll sell him, and with that money, we'll reinvest in like 2 potential young players who could potentially become world class, and that's how they replace them, instead of maybe getting someone who is a like for like replacement. Or just say, no, we're not selling you, and just give them the money that they want, like wage-wise, if you get what I'm saying. Instead of selling them, then think, okay, cool, we sold this guy, let's just, spend all our money on like young players. Like I think they've done that last year as well, when they spent money on like quite a few young players, and there was loads of tweets saying, oh, like Emery Moore, like, oh, Emery Moore, he's got potential to become this and that, but where's Emery Moore now? If you get what I'm saying, where is he now? And this is supposed to be a player that's got loads of potential, and they replaced him. They didn't replace him, but they bought him, and now he's just sold. And he's supposed to be He's supposed to be like a Mkhitaryan replacement or something like that. And it's just like
so basically, I think so. What we're pretty much saying is that, look, man, is that this is not really going to get solved anytime soon.
Yeah,
unless clubs like. If their main priority is to challenge for the league, like what Marley said, man, instead of just selling players. And
it's not even a question of being solved. I don't think these clubs view this as a problem, really. I mean, they're fine with making their money and just continuing it on. They don't care about winning. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like some of these clubs have too much of a defeatist mentality. Like they're just happy to be there. You get what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like you get into like some sort of like exclusive club or something, and then like some people have the the will to become like a president of the club, and some people are just happy like, oh yeah, I'm glad to be able to mingle with these people. It's fine. You get what I mean? They just want to make sure they don't get relegated, but at least we still stay in the top flight and make our money. And that's
or getting top 4 and in the Champions League every year, as long as we get the money.
Okay, so sweet. I mean, because we've got other stuff to like a lot to talk about. So I want to just move the conversation briefly now. I want to now focus on Man City now. And this is interesting because again we have my amigo here, the famous Drifty from one quarter of the football banter show.
It's your boy,
And-
Drifty.
Hey,
It's
what's going on, people?
so basically, it's very interesting because we actually had a very interesting discussion when I featured with the whole Hope Meets Banter thing. And what we're saying is that, and I think me and Drifty had the same thing, which is that we have to talk about this being, or in the conversation of this being the greatest Premier League season for a Premier League club, what Man City have done this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
definitely 100%,
for sure.
100%.
Like, I mean,
What would be in competition? Arsenal's.
no. But basically, I have two: Arsenal Invincibles, and when Chelsea broke the goal scoring record.
Mm.
Those are the only two that I'm gonna say.
Hey,
No, you got to include the Treble United team. I hate to say
No, because Drift, you don't want I can't because I'm looking at the Premier League season. That was good as like overall. I'm like I'm looking at the football that you played and what you achieved just in the league of that 38 game season.
yeah,
If you're talking about football, then yeah. If you're talking about football, but I'm just mean in terms of accomplishment, that was an unbelievable season. You have to just say it. It was.
and
They won a lot of games they shouldn't have that season.
and
which was
also,
crazy.
didn't Man U like even Man U of that era win like 3 Premier League titles like in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2006 to 2009.
No. That was the season of like Yorker and Cole. But going back to Man City, man, is like guys, like the way that these guys are just disrespecting guys is just. I mean, look, it's no, they're literally they've disrespected the Premier League.
But
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think any team has disrespected. This is why. Okay, you know what? I think this is what I said to Drifty and people. I don't think any club has totally disrespected the Premier League like how City have done so. Arsenal Invincibles was wow, that's a great achievement. But they were like those last 10 games, they were sort of like, okay, let's just get the 1-0, the draw, and so forth. Chelsea, yeah, it was good, but they didn't really disrespect. City have literally just embarrassed teams consistently. Like they've made a mockery of this league.
HH, you know what I want to know, yeah? I want to know which one of you guys actually surprised. Because with me, I knew this was going to happen.
Give me a break. So you said this was going to happen before the season started?
Bam, I'll tell you why, yeah. Obviously, I've been watching Barca for a while. And Pep used to
boy.
and I'm telling you guys, fam, when people used to say, oh, they can't do this during the Prem. Oh, if Pep came here, he wouldn't be able to do shit. Fam, this guy is now showing you guys what the Premier League is. That's the thing.
No, he's right. He's right. If anyone who doubted Guardiola could do this, I hate to say it, you're a bit of a moron.
The way is, but it's because of last season.
Can he do it with him? Scunthorpe? That's what I always want to say.
Who can? Nobody can do that. Come on.
Wait. No. Sorry. If you call this guy the GOAT, Mourinho won a flipping Champions League with FC.
Porto, you always go to that. That's not even valid.
Come on, man. Come on, wait.
Let me be objective. I'm not going to be. Let me land. Let me just be objective. Barcelona, who did you have? The greatest club player of all time in Lionel Messi. Bayern, what happened? The season before you landed, they won the treble. Man City, what do you have?
Yeah. But listen, when he came to Man City,
pockets and the deepest war chest of money.
Oh, come on, man.
You sound like Mourinho now.
Wait, guys, chill. One at a time. Okay, I'm gonna go to A1 Drifty, then Radical A1.
All right, cool. You can't say money, because he's got certain X amount of money. Look, for example, Everton. They spent a lot of money and on loads of players, and like it spent loads of money, and look where they went. They were in a relegation battle for a little bit. So you can't just say money, because I'm pretty sure at the start of the season you were calling Kyle Walker a brick, saying that he spent 50 million on him.
Yeah, he was exactly. I remember that.
Manny, relax. Let the guy talk, man.
You're saying 50 million for a brick, but look, this brick is like the best right back in the league, and he's about to win the Premier League. So it doesn't matter about the prices of players. It's just the player that you've got in it. So we've seen many players who have cost a lot of money but have flopped. But we've also seen many players who are cost a little amount of money but have done well. So you can't really blame money. Say it's all money. It's more than money. It's coaching, and we're seeing it on the pitch. We are seeing it week in, week out, like what he's doing, and it's not like, and it doesn't look like it's getting like worse, or like he's keeping it up. If you get what I'm saying. So
let's bring in Drifty.
I'm going to bring in my boy Pochettino to give you an example of where I stand on this. Now, you're saying he's got all the money, yeah? We've had conversations about this, and this is why I rate Pochettino so highly. And even though Guardiola is the best manager in the league, because you can't really argue against it, for me personally, I prefer Pochettino, because your argument, Double H, is money. What has Pochettino done to Spurs without money?
Nothing.
That is why I rate Pochettino so highly. But you have to give the credit to Guardiola when you look at the playing style. He might have had Messi, but they're in a bit of a mess when he took over. Let's not forget, there was all the arguing, there was all the disgruntledness, and he changed what nobody thought could be changed. Because that Rijkaard Barcelona team was phenomenal, and he made them even better. How is that possible? Then he went to Bayern Munich. Now, let's be honest. You can't follow a treble-winning season.
Better than the Rijkaard team? I mean, I don't know. That's a matter of opinion.
You can't follow a treble-winning season and make it better, because we've even seen in the Premier League, it's hard to motivate people to go again. Even players as good as Bayern Munich's players were. How do you motivate them to go again when they just did everything?
I agree, but they lost 4-0.
It's not fair to judge him that.
Okay. I said I was going to go Radical then Rahimski. Radical.
Calm. So I was going to say this here. Before Pep came to Barca had finished, I think, third in that league. They were third in the league before Pep came. Pep got rid of Eto'o. He got rid of Dino. He got rid of Deco. He promoted Busquets. He made Messi a false nine, right? The guy made so many changes to that Barca side when he came in. Calm. Then the thing is, you have to keep in mind that Mourinho had bags of money. He's also spent loads of money. And he's
easy. Who begged me to bring my boy? What's your own man?
That was a topic.
Radical. Mourinho is about to lose the title at all. Relax. Leave him alone. Relax. Radical. Finish.
And then you have to figure out this here. Keep this in mind. The money Pep spent here, he spent about on each player, he spent about 50, 40, 30, 50, that kind of. He hasn't gone out to buy like a 200 million player or 100 million kind of. He bought Stones, Gundogan, Jesus, and Kyle Walker. Like, if you think about it here, which one of these players is some world-class player like that we thought was going to come and do something? You get what I mean? He's made Sterling actually.
Great point.
I don't know if he made him, but okay.
And look,
I agree with that.
Look at last year, for example. Everyone was laughing at Stones. Oh, look at this, and he's improved him.
Okay.
I mean, fair play, but okay. So the thing about Guardiola, my consensus, he is the best manager in the world. But you have to realize, I'm sorry to say this, Premier League fans, your league is not the be-all, end-all. I'll just fucking say it. It's not. Guardiola's form. No. Guardiola's form in Europe in away games is horrendous. It's bad. It's terrible. It's garbage.
We can at least.
He got nicked 4-0 at home in Bayern at the Allianz Arena with a treble-winning team. There's no excuse for that. I'm sorry to say.
That's 1 year.
He's obviously a fantastic manager, but let's not act like he's the second coming of Fergie or something.
Okay. Whoa. Hit it.
Yeah, I'm just saying people are, they're getting way ahead of themselves. I think that it's, Guardiola's won round one. There's plenty of other rounds that are coming between him and Mourinho, It's possible
Mourinho's done in this.
What are you talking about?
He's defending my boy, and he's Portuguese. Let the guy defend his Portuguese boy.
I actually think Mourinho has definitely lost his luster, but he's not going to be completely useless from one day to the next. And I think it's very possible that he turns it around and next season. City isn't able to replicate this astounding form. And he capitalizes on that. With Real, he also didn't do much in the first season. By the second one, he got his leg up. He got a leg up on Guardiola. So much so that Guardiola had to take some time off and went to New York for.
Wait,
But what about the season?
Wait, very quickly, Machine, not soon. Just very quick brief, and then I'll go to Mane. This is a PSA, public service announcement. As long as Guardiola is City manager and he has this kind of money, City are winning every league title until he leaves. Mark my words.
I agree with that.
This is just a little
100%
heads
agree
up.
with that.
City are winning every Premier League
That's
title.
no excuse because Mourinho has just as much money in his.
Exactly.
No.
And
Machine,
Double H,
Mourinho
let me just
has-
ask you
I'm
something
telling you
quickly
right now,
before I forget.
if Guardiola still has this kind of money, they're winning every league title until he leaves. Okay, I said I was going to go to Mane. Okay, Mane, hit it. Mane.
Okay, it's not really. I wouldn't say it's about money. It's more about building a team that's gonna last you years from now. That's the main objective. Because when he came in, the question wasn't was he gonna win the league. We knew he was gonna win. He wasn't gonna do it the first year. Was it the second year or the third year? So he did it in the second year. But what he was really brought into, he was to build the structure of Manchester City, so it enables them to compete. Because they used to have good players, good enough players to win the league, but they didn't have that structure. It was so inconsistent with the academy players and the overall vision. But going into the thing with Mourinho, he's not in competition with Guardiola. Guardiola is above Mourinho. Okay, he's beaten him every 90% of the time they're faced each other. Guardiola wins. I mean, it's not surprising. So Mourinho.
Why are you saying 90% of the time? Are you factoring in Real Madrid that was in?
Okay, the only thing
we want to leave with record-breaking points.
Let Mane finish. Okay, Mane finish off, and then we want to move.
I mean, the only thing you could say is the one league title he won. Oh, big deal, 2011, big deal. The guy was beaten every year after that. So you can't really say. And also one more thing, and
then I want to move on. One more thing from you, man.
One more thing with the Andrew with the 4-0. I mean, that just shows you have to pick apart a result from 4 years ago. One game to try to disprove a manager. That just you can't pick apart anything else. So yeah, so that just shows how classy.
I love Guardiola, but he's not
Double H, let me just ask you something before we move on, because I don't want to go off topic. If everyone's saying Guardiola's got the money, right? And everyone's saying that's why he's doing so well. And that was a great point made earlier, that he's not buying worldies, yeah? But he's got the money. Okay, fair enough. He's got the most money. So if we're going to discredit Guardiola for having all that money, right in the peak of Abramovich, when no one else had money, Mourinho took over. Yep. So we're taking Mourinho's first Chelsea title away then.
Yeah.
100%. And we're going to discredit everything Guardiola's doing. We're taking away Mourinho's first Chelsea title.
True.
It's as simple as that.
He bought 20 players.
He had the most money and no one else had money back then.
Who's Mourinho signing with Abramovich money? Wayne Bridge?
No, Mourinho, he had SCN, he had Drogba, they bought Robben.
22 players.
That team was unbelievable because of money.
No. Okay, guys. Look, I am not saying Guardiola is. I fully admit it. I still think the guy is an arrogant prick, but coaching-wise, I am not. He is. I'll admit it. Mourinho is my guy. I like Mourinho. I love Mourinho's character, but I'll admit I can be objective. Guardiola is a better coach than Mourinho. And if I'm a young player, I go to Guardiola, not to Mourinho. If I'm a young player who wants to improve and understand the game better and increase my footballing IQ, I go to Guardiola. I do not go to Mourinho. I go to Mourinho when I'm 26 and I am like I've
willing to accept you won't play anywhere near good football.
You'll be playing as a wing back.
Yeah. The only person Guardiola's in competition with is Guardiola. That's it.
I disagree.
You know what the difference is?
But guy, your pankers.
Yeah, your pankers is arguably
relax. And this Valverde is something. Guys,
Valverde, no.
Guardiola. Okay, look, I want to quickly move on. I want to talk about Messi. Now,
again,
you love this guy.
I've put out a vid. I've put out a vid, and Machine, you need to change that avatar. That avatar is very rude. Okay, you've had that avatar for the last 2 years. Messi, I believe that if Messi wins the treble with Barcelona, this will be his greatest ever season.
Disagree with that.
True.
Last season.
No. A1, I heard you laugh. Why do you say okay? Why do you laugh?
No, I just found it funny, innit? That's it, man.
I'll say this here. I mean, again, I've watched this guy. Look, it depends. Do you mean individual season or club season? Like for
no, as an because remember, again, I forgot what it was. Was it 90 goals in a calendar year?
91.
91. Like everybody says that is his best ever like season.
No, that's not true though.
Which is look, that is a crazy feat. But my thing is that pick Iniesta, pick Xavi, had Guardiola. That was Barcelona. I was at Barcelona teams at its very best. You have an older Busquets, an older Iniesta. You've got Jessica Alba left back. You've got an older Piqué as well. The team isn't as dynamic or as attacking as people. Messi has to do a lot more. So, by the virtue of that fact, if he leads them to a treble, not only is this his greatest season, I don't think any individual would have had a better club season than he would have had.
Here's a fun.
Disagree with that.
And Machine, I'm sorry. You'll probably bring up Cristiano's final season at United. I'm sorry, Messi is doing more.
No. Can I tell you something?
Okay. Let me. Okay, Rahimski and then Machine Rahimski.
Okay, I just want to make a quick point. In 2012, he didn't only just score 91 goals. He also bagged the second most assists in all of Europe, won 70% of his games, and literally won the Ballon d'Or podium and did everything you could possibly do in that season. So
that's great.
Just throwing that out there.
The fun fact,
2012 was, I think, Ronaldo had a far better season than Messi.
Okay, Machine. What do you expect from Machine? I mean, that's what he preaches. You know?
Ronaldo had a better season than Messi in 2012.
Of course he didn't. I could.
No, guys. I'm not making this a Messi perspective. Like, let's just focus on topics. So,
okay, but listen, 2015, it was Messi's biggest, strongest. That was Messi at his peak.
No. 2012 was Messi's best.
When they won the last Champions League with
no, guys. I'm sorry. What Messi is doing now is better than anything he's done in any previous season. What he's having to...
I don't think so. I think he was better last season.
Rahimski, thank you for bringing up that point. Because people forget that. And I think I remember saying this. I said that last season, my God, what this guy has done single-handedly is more than what he's done in any previous season. Yeah. But this dude has even surpassed what he's doing last season.
Yeah.
Because like when he pretty much won that game against Real Madrid in the Clasico, I was like, my God, what? And when he did the whole celebration, but what he's doing this season, guys, I'm sorry. If they win the treble and Messi leads them to a treble, you cannot tell me any individual in the history of the game who would have had a more productive, effective season as an individual than what he's done this season. Sorry, you can't.
I mean, I'll break this down for you guys. If we're talking about best individual season, it's 2012 for Messi.
No, great.
Depending on.
No, it's not. Listen, why is it the best individual?
As of now, if we're talking about best club season, it will be 14-15 when they won the treble because they actually won the treble. Right now, it's all ifs and buts, maybes kind of thing. But yeah, I agree with HH with talking about 16-17 season.
I mean, HH, I think you're forgetting. Messi was also the only player to score 5 goals in a Champions League match in 2012. He was the first to do that.
Yeah, but you know why? Because it was against Bayern Leverkusen. We were more interested in getting...
Leverkusen were a good team.
I'm sorry, 5Gs is 5Gs in the Champions League. I'm sorry, you can't pull that away. Come on.
Look at the game. The dude...
He was the first guy to do it.
I mean, he was... Okay, on top of that, he was also...
Relax. I want to go left to right just so this is the question. Just give me your quick advice. The question is this. If Messi leads Barcelona to a treble and literally is instrumental in the treble, is this the greatest ever season by a player during a club season? I'm going to start with A1.
I still think 2012 will be, but if this could be there. I can't decide right now, innit? Because this is a different system. This is not a usual Barcelona system, and the way this guy is able to just change things is just incredible, innit? So possibly it could be, man. I just have to see how everything pans out. But for me, it's 2012 it is right now, innit? But I want to see how things pan out.
All right, Big.
Yes, this is Messi's best ever season. Like 2012, he had world class players all around him.
There we
Scoring
go.
goals doesn't really equate. It's what he's doing, the impact. Like you saw the game against Sevilla.
Machine,
Hold
let him
on.
talk. Let him
You
talk.
saw the game against Sevilla. Before he came on, Barcelona looked like they were going to concede 7-8 goals that game. He came on, they played much better. He was doing so much more.
2012, the things Ronaldo did in 2012 doesn't factor. You don't factor in the quality of
Machine, it doesn't factor. It doesn't factor. Drifty. Machine, it doesn't factor. Christina doesn't factor in this conversation. Please, Drifty, talk.
All right. I hit the 2012 thing. I get it. I do. I tell you why I kind of lean towards what Double H is saying. I'm factoring in age. Forget who he's playing with. Forget he's got a lot of miles on the clock and he's still performing at this level. And age, people forget age too often. People always like look at what's happening because we remember what's Messi 31. When a lot of players are around his age, don't we start sending them out to the field to be shot? Like this guy is still literally playing like a 25-year-old. So I have to say, if he gets the treble this season, just based on his age alone, I think it has to be the greatest. It has to be the greatest.
This is everybody, but hit it. What's your thoughts, man?
May I have a word?
With performance enhancement drugs, a lot of things are.
Hey!
So you know, I can't. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go 2012.
What's the
HGH is a hell of a drug. That's all.
I said HGH.
Look. Can you please leave drugs at the? Okay, please answer the question. Will this be it? Yes or no?
Of course, yeah, definitely. He's doing big things. Drifty mentioned it. He's doing a lot of things. The age. He's the reason in a lot of these games they're winning these games. Sevilla, Chelsea. I gotta say, 2012 was an amazing season, but I think for sure this year, that's a big if. But if they do it, it's got to be his best, I think.
Okay, Machine. I know that you can't do this, but try not to be biased. Please answer.
I won't be biased. I'm saying that 15 was his best season. And not 2012, which I think is ridiculous. That people even say that because he scored 5 against Leverkusen and
because he scored 91
and stat padded against completely insubstantial games against.
What does Ronaldo do? Oh my days!
But Ronaldo did. He carried his fucking team. A team that I'm just going to do this. Listen. I'm just going to read you.
Okay. Let Machine.
No.
Let him defend his points. Okay.
Arbeloa, Albiol, Alton Top, Adan, Nuri Sahin. Some of these superstars. This was the team that Ronaldo managed to win against.
What? These guys were starters? Oh, I lie, man.
Yes. Look at him.
Put some respect on Alton Top's name, man. Some respect on his name.
Okay. Let's move. Okay. I'm going to go. Okay, Mattis, hit it quickly. Will it be his best ever since if he does treble or not? Yes or no?
Definitely. Because if you take count to the age of Iniesta and Busquets, I think they'll be his most best season if you discount the 2012, of course, when they were at the peak.
All right, Radical.
Yeah, I'd say this. I think with 2012, I just need to touch up on something. With 2012, if you guys watched it, Xavi and Iniesta. This is a fun fact. Xavi and Iniesta only assisted both combined 14 of those goals that Messi scored after the 91.
Yep.
Only 14. That's what people forget, man.
Exactly.
The highest assister has been Dani Alves. Second, the new one will be Suarez in a couple of games. Suarez assist. Xavi and Iniesta did not assist that guy as much as people think. They helped, but not Messi himself. But anyway, we'll just get that's a whole different thing. But yeah, Messi, I think 2012 individually, like I said, individually was the best season. But like in terms of carrying the team, this season, if they win the treble, could be one of the greatest because of like how bad the team has actually been. Like the unbeaten record and everything is just like it's just fancy. It just makes everything look good. But the team has been struggling for real.
All right, Raheem's
Yeah.
I think it'll be his most clutch season in terms of just single-handedly being the most clutch player on that team, winning games. But for me, 2012 is the better season because of his assist tally and his impact overall on all competitions.
Right.
All right, and Sir Dragoon.
Okay, so I think 20. Yeah, this is definitely the best season. One, you have to analyze difficulty in what he's doing compared to every other year, compared to aging players, new players coming in. You have to look at the fact that physically he's no longer at his best, but yet he's technically more complete and more complete playmaking. If you look at the Chelsea game and see why they got knocked out, if you put physical players around him, he couldn't do anything. But this season, he's way more technically superior, so he can open up teams way better than he could ever do before.
All right, look, man, fair enough. Okay, so our final topic here, last 10 minutes of the show, Champions League is here. The quarterfinal is here. It is huge. It is massive. So let's just get the first order of business. Roma forfeit rule. They're what? For 8 hours to still use the forfeit rule. Use the forfeit rule. Because do you really want a 9-0 on your record?
This is not the Barca of 15, 16, or 14.
Radical Barcelona are sniping them.
Hopefully they do, but like
no. Don't give me that crap. Don't give me that Roma have a chance. Don't you dare bring that.
No. Okay.
Roma do not have a chance in hell against Barcelona.
Who thought Sevilla had a chance in hell? Had Messi not come United, we'd be dead. Like that's
no. Look. I'm sorry, no offense to Roma, that's not happening. Sevilla should win, but see, I think Sevilla could cause Bayern a little bit more issues than I think Roma will. So let's just first give our general thoughts. It's the first leg, Juventus against Real Madrid. Now, in my view, I remember this when this happened. I think it was 2015. I said that the Juve Real Madrid first leg was the best match I saw the whole season. I don't know how much you remember that. That first leg, the football in that first leg was like, that's what you call high quality football. Amazing. So I am hoping players have changed, not all the same players are there, but I'm hoping we get two similar classic games. So the thing is that do Juve have a chance against Real Madrid?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Those guys are choking. I wish they do, but they're choking.
Okay. So who says yes that Juve have a chance?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right.
You can never write out the Italians. Never.
You can't. You never write him off, man. And once again, despite Higuain being a brick, but he will get chances. That Madrid defense isn't.
I forgot Gonzalo Higuain, the Ballon d'Or winner. Who?
Yeah, of course. I know he's a brick.
Sorry, I forgot.
As you said, like, cool. He will get chances, but remember Dybala,
and he will score them. He'll score those chances, and he'll score his penalty. Yeah, I know.
He shoots with a safety.
Well, wait. Didn't he score in the past two previous rounds against Tottenham, both home and away? So I'm not writing him off. He will get chances. I know he might miss chances, whatnot, but he will get chances. And Dybala is in form right now. This guy, he's been scoring in big games recently as well, like from 90 minutes, from streamers, whatnot. This guy. That's why I think Juventus will get a chance, because that Madrid defense, I just don't see it being as solid, and I can
Is the first leg in Turin?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Is it?
You know what? Real Madrid are for me. This Real Madrid team have probably been the best away team in the Champions League
ever.
If I was Zidane, I want the away leg, the second leg.
Okay, but the thing is, the Bernabeu, like as a Madrid fan, I can tell you this: the Bernabeu is an away game for us, because our fans are constantly whistling us. Like if Ronaldo misses a pass, it's whistles constantly.
Real Madrid are always far more comfortably away from home.
That's the thing. We're used to the pressure, but one thing you guys haven't mentioned is the fact that Pjanic, Khedira, Chiellini, a bunch of players are in doubt. Matuidi, they're all in doubt.
They played.
And Benatia can't play also. So
they all played. They all played against
AC. You can't trust Benatia.
Think about it.
Okay, the only way Juve go through, they need a 2-goal margin win. They need a 2-goal. 2-1 ain't gonna.
Even that won't save them. 2-0 win saved them. I'm telling you.
No, because think about it. Varane is having the best ever season he's ever had. I disagree about our defense, to be honest. I think Varane and Ramos have been very
It's
solid.
still leaky, man. It's still leaky, and I'm telling you, like,
Sure, but like
Juventus will get chances, and Chiellini, Pjanic, and Khedira, they all played against Milan.
But A1, can Chiellini keep Cristiano quiet for 120 minutes?
All right, cool. My prediction, cool. I would say in the first leg, Juventus will win, but Real Madrid will get an away goal. Then it will be down, and I think the second leg will be the decider, where if Madrid are able to score goals, or Juventus are they able to not concede goals. But I do feel
Fair. Okay, so A1 first leg score.
2-1 Juventus.
All right, big first leg. How does it go?
1-1.
All right, Drift. How you seeing the first leg go? Juve Real Madrid.
Either 1-0 Juve or 1-1.
But what are you siding with more strongly? 1-0 or 1-1?
1-1. I would say 1-1.
That's not a good scoreline, mates. So Liverpool versus everybody. What are you saying for this game?
Score draw 2-2.
Damn, 2-2.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say.
Wait. Machine. What are you saying?
3-0 for Real.
Wait. Excuse me.
My God.
Come on.
Excuse me. Wait. Did you say 2-0?
Skunk rule, yeah.
Man, no, man. That is very disrespectful. Okay, Matt is giving a realistic scoreline, man, please.
I'm him. Okay, I would say 1-1 on the first leg.
No. All I want is the first leg. I don't want a second. I just want. So you're saying 1-1 for the first leg?
Yeah.
Right. Radical scoreline first leg.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what the rest of these guys have been talking about here, but listen, you 5-0. They're going to shut these guys down. Shut Real Madrid down. They're not going to do anything, so Juve is going to get 5.
Pass the week.
Yeah, chill, bro. What the hell?
All right.
Okay, Rahimski.
In all seriousness, I think it's going to be a pretty. What?
I'm thinking 2-2.
Wow,
okay.
2-2? The hell? Rahimski, okay.
I'm coming at this from a Madrid point of view. I think it's going to be 1-1, but my caveat here is that Dybala is going to score early, then we're going to struggle, but an Asensio long shot will seal the 1-1 late game. Calling it right now.
No, for me, I see actually Cristiano scoring the equalizer personally. Okay, let's have it. So, Drifts.
Yo.
Liverpool against Man City. Now, let me just say this right now, guys. Mark this right now. We are going to see 2 extremely exciting games. Both of these teams don't know how to spell
exciting
defense.
For who? Only for the neutral.
Oh no, hell yes. Yeah. Goals galore. But so Drifty, you have been very pessimistic, and I know that you're using your pessimism in a white magic, black magic, witchcraft kind of way. So I know the kind of trickery that you're using, and you don't fool me. So first leg, what do Liverpool need to do to carry into the Etihad?
If I'm honest with you, we're quite a good away team ourselves. So I've been thinking about this. I'm not as bothered about the away game being the second game because we're kind of good away from home. I mean, when you're at Anfield, the crowd suck the ball into the net. So obviously, when we have that, it just, you know what I mean? It just gives us that edge. But this first leg, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. I'm not even doing the reverse psychology thing. Like, I'm on the fence. I have no fucking clue how this game is going to go. I just don't. I don't know if Guardiola's going to pull a madness. I don't know if Klopp's going to pull a madness. I don't know who's going to turn up. I just don't know. I hate David Silva's playing. I wish I could take David Silva out of the equation. De Bruyne might be the man, but David Silva is the master. He's the puppeteer. And I wish he was gone. If he wasn't playing, then I'll be a bit more happy about it.
My thing though,
I don't know, man.
My thing is that I feel that because I refer back to the points that Rahimski was making. Guardiola's record in Europe away from home ain't great, which is why if this was Anfield's second leg, I'm going for Liverpool. So, in my view, City are the favourites to go through because I think they have the best overall team. Liverpool, same thing with Juventus. Liverpool need a 2-goal margin win. If
In
they
the home-
have
in the
a
home leg.
3-1, like for me, City are going to score. Guaranteed they're going to score.
Yeah, of course.
So 2-1 ain't going to cut it. They will turn that around pretty quickly at the Etihad. 3-1, we can have a discussion. So Liverpool need a 3-1 win because City are scoring guaranteed. They're going to score at least one goal. That's minimum. They're scoring a goal.
I'll give them a goal. That's obvious. They're a great side. They probably will score a goal. But again, Man City it's not an intimidating place to go. The players feel comfortable, but the crowd, they don't scare you. It's not one of those places it's not like Galatasaray. You're going into the cauldron. You're going to be intimidated. It's just another day in the Etihad. So the away leg doesn't worry me that much. The home game scares me more because those goals count for 2. If I'm being completely honest with you, whatever Man City do at Anfield is what I think will determine whether they go through or not what they do at home. So I'm just worried about the Anfield game. I'm not really worried about the Etihad game. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I'm more worried about.
Okay. Let me bring you Liverpool via everybody. So how do you view this first leg then?
Look, I know it's Europe, but City haven't beat us at Anfield since 2003, something crazy like that. So there's that, and the away thing, the record that Guardiola has. Look, we're gonna have to give young Trent some help on that right side because Sane's gonna take him to the cleaners. Sane's gonna take him to the cleaners. We can't have that. Mentally, I'm saying 3-1. I'm sorry, in my heart, but in my mind, I think it'd be like a 2-2 draw. But yeah, I think we can take them. I know there's a lot of people who don't see it happening. Fans are like,
no. When I say City are favorites, bro, this can go either way. 1000% Liverpool can beat. Basically,
I agree.
It is more likely that Liverpool can beat Man City than Juve can beat Real Madrid. Put it that way.
Oh yeah,
I think Real Madrid are much stronger favorites than Man City over Liverpool. Because remember, I keep reminding people, we're robbed of a great game in that match at the Etihad. 11v11. Who knows what would have happened? Even at 1-0 down, 11v11. Who knows what would have happened?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm gonna make a statement right now, and I don't care how bold this sounds. If Liverpool beat Man City over 2 legs,
wait, relax.
We are lifting the Champions League.
Relax. Just think. Okay.
No. Remember, I said it. If we knock Man City out, we are winning the Champions League. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, but Sane is the only one I'm really worried about. Sterling, he'll probably not do too well against us again. So for me, it's really about trying to take Sane out the game.
Well, then what about Jesus' movements? David Silva.
I'm not worried about Jesus. I'm not worried about Jesus. Not at all. Guerrero's hurt. I'm not worried about Jesus.
Look, drifting, man. Get your mans, man. Get your mans. Like
their whole front line scares me, so I can't even lie. But David Silva, if he wasn't playing, I'd feel a lot better. That's all I'm saying. Now, if David Silva wasn't playing, I'd feel a lot better.
Klopp just needs to learn better game management. That's what.
Like he's improved. The game management has improved a lot recently. There's no way anyone can say anything different. You know what I mean? He's not as careless as he is.
But Drift, I mean, Radical has his point is very valid because if there's any situation where you need excellent game management is 2 legs in a non-knockout game. That is where you need to be very tactical, and that's where you need to have great game management because this is a 180-minute slugfest.
Yep,
because City are coming to score goals at Anfield. They're not going to come to score goals.
I'll tell you one thing. Guardiola never looks at a game beyond the game that's the next game. He's been looking at this Liverpool game since the draw was made. He's as worried about us as we are about them. Best believe.
So how have you coped without Coutinho? Because I haven't been following Liverpool.
We can't. You see the thing. People keep on saying we've coped without Coutinho because Salah's the king. Mane's been doing his thing. You know, for me, Firmino's the most underrated player in the league. But you'll always miss Coutinho. I will never kid myself into thinking Coutinho going is okay. It's not okay, and it will never be okay.
Thank you, guys. Man. Coutinho's the boss.
Oh boy.
He even assisted the Messi goal.
Yeah, no. For me, I mean, basically, like, the whole Coutinho to Barcelona thing is looking a bit sketchy now. Okay, but look, let me. So just before we leave, let's get it. So A1 first leg score and Liverpool Man City. Give me a score.
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I think it's 2-2, man. Because I'm just looking at all right, cool. When Liverpool beat Man City, if that game went on for like 5 more minutes, I'm pretty sure Man City would have equalized, man.
Yeah,
because
man.
They did.
People forget that. It was 4-3. I mean, yeah, look, yeah.
A lot of ifs in here. A lot of ifs.
What was it? It was 4-1, and what happened? And it ended up being 4-3, and that could have been the draw in it. So, like you said, Liverpool is down to game management because I just feel like if Liverpool take the lead, I just can't see them getting the ball, controlling the game, and Man City trying to run after the ball. I can just see them just defending, and somehow Man City finding a way and just scoring a goal. So I just think it's going to be 2-2, man. It's going to be a good game, but it's going to be 2-2.
Okay, big.
6-3. City take it.
Whoa!
Good
In the first leg or aggregate?
First leg.
Jesus. Who let this guy in here?
This guy.
Okay.
FIFA scoreline.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say this. I personally believe both ties will be a draw, and whoever wins in extra time or on away goals.
Oh, I like that. Okay, that's interesting. So what scoreline are you going for in this, or you don't want to jinx it?
I don't know. I think 2-2 for both legs.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
Okay. Liverpool. Look, guys, mate, that's in so far. Guys, you're going to see goals. Okay, Liverpool for everybody. What are you saying for the first leg?
I'm saying 3-1 because it has to be. It's got to be 3-1. So, yeah, that's the best score. I think. Take the empty hat.
All right, my machine scoreline first leg.
I'm gonna agree with the best in the world or whatever his name is. I have a feeling that Liverpool's going to surprise City because City's been just so comfortable in the Premier League.
I wouldn't say comfortable, but okay.
Refer to me.
Okay. So what scoreline are you going for? Give me a scoreline.
A 3-1 for Liverpool in the first leg, and then
just first. All I need is first leg. Mattis, first leg score. Give me first leg score.
Well, my heart says 3-1 Liverpool, but my logical says 2-2.
What does your body say?
Okay. Combine your mind.
Skip the score.
Just give me a bottom line score. What's the score?
I think it comes down to game management.
No. Score. I need a score.
2-2.
All right. Okay. 2-2. Radical. Give me a score.
Liverpool win the game 3-1.
3-1. All right. Remsky, score.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Yep.
All right. And Sir Dragoon, give me a score to round it off.
3-1 Man City win.
Whoa. All right, guys. Easily. Guys, Wednesday afternoon.
Easily.
Peace.